It's your time, Josh. Arkansas.
Well, is it my time or is it our time? Because I don't want to leave Sam Pittman and Arkansas out of this. Arkansas is becoming now a program where the intangibles and the culture are such that you blindly buy them, or at least I do. The biggest disconnect nationally with Arkansas is they lost Treylon Burks. Everybody's talking about Arkansas losing Treylon Burks. You should. That's a first-round talent at wide receiver. They don't come through Fayetteville very often. That's why I really need you to understand, I don't think they're falling off at receiver. I don't think there's one receiver there that is Treylon Burks. I think their receiver unit is going to be fully equipped to pick up that slack this year. And that's an area where I wouldn't have said it in the spring. I don't think Sam Pittman would have said it in the spring. I think Kendall Briles, being this the first time he's ever had a returning quarterback, has a lot to work with still. They have a lot of improvement still to be had in their passing game. Even with how many accolades KJ Jefferson has enjoyed, I think they can get better in their overall passing metrics. I truly believe that this year. They'll always have what they need on the ground this year. I have no question about the mentality of that team. I think that they still feel targeted in a lot of ways. Number one, by their own administration, because if you look at the schedule, it's ridiculous. They go to BYU. I cannot wrap my mind around the fact that they're going to go to Provo, Utah in the middle of conference play, no bye week until afterwards. So, be that as it may, I've just got to reiterate, same thing I said with Mississippi State. The schedule is daunting. You only play one team per week. Arkansas doesn't have to play a schedule on a Saturday. They've got to play Texas A&M. They beat them last year. They get Bama. They get them at home. They go to Mississippi State, at Auburn. You get the picture. This is a team that can be competitive in every game they play this year. Let's take a look at what the model thinks with the records. Best case for Arkansas actually is 11-1, which is shocking considering I actually didn't make that. The model did. And secondly, because of how stiff the schedule is, but it goes back to what I talked about. The Alabama game is the only one that you look at and say that's probably a sure loss. It's not even a sure loss there because they play them at home. Ask Texas what it's like going up there. Secondly, Bama struggled on the road last year. Florida, Auburn, A&M, so it could happen. My point is 11-1 is the best case. 6-6 is the worst case. 9-3 is the record that the model projects, which is a solid 2 games above the over-under win total. Arkansas is going to be an overachiever again this year. The passing game's probably going to surprise a lot of you. It won't surprise them. And if you've been paying attention during fall camp, it probably won't surprise you. They may need to score a few more points this year. So I like Arkansas again this year. I know that's not the biggest shock in the world, but I like them again this year.